recognition of Indigenous Peoples Day presented by Councilmember Valenzuela.
Thank you, Mayor. And I'm sure some folks who come to our meetings regularly are thinking, hey, wasn't Wilton Rancheria here like 2 weeks ago? And yes, they were. I'm really thankful that you all were able to come back again to represent the tribe at this a different special occasion. And yes, I did present this resolution last year and the year before that, and I will continue to present it every year and every other tribal recognition I can get my hands on as long as I'm privileged to sit on this dais. And I do this for a simple reason, which is a personal one, that I am an Indigenous woman, but I do not belong to a tribe. My family was relocated, our records were eliminated, and my grandmother saw practicing indigeneity as a vulnerability, something that would potentially lead us to be ostracized, not let us be successful. So I don't even have that many cultural norms to hold on to at this time. And I share all of this because every single day I am reminded of the persistent and present day impact of colonialism. The pain that I feel being separated from a people and a land and a language that I may never know never gets better. I long for them so deeply, honestly, that in my soul, it literally aches when I think about what I don't have. Colonialism robbed me of my identity and sense of self, and all of us long for belonging, connection to our history and to our community. And for far too many, that is too far from reality, which has had real lasting impacts on their lives to this day. I believe that present-day colonialism, for the most part, shows up not in selfishness, but in protectiveness, of family, of faith, of status, of land. Colonialism leads us to believe that historic wrongs can never be righted, because to right those wrongs might mean that someone has to lose something. And I'm here to say that nothing can be further from the truth. We can and must work together to regain the balance that colonialism stole from us, the interdependence and cooperation that is necessary for all people, regardless of religion or race, to thrive. Fighting colonialism today means seeking reconciliation, understanding, and pushing for freedom and self-determination for all people. And it's the struggle that the Wilton Rancheria is still engaged in. Having only recently regained their federal recognition, they are now still working to attain the land and the resources that they need to make their tribe sustainable for the long term. And so I cannot honestly think, not only because you are only federally recognized tribe of this region, but I could not think, even if that was not the case, of a better group to come forward and accept this resolution today, because Indigenous Peoples Day is both about mourning what was lost and recognizing the pain that has happened, while also celebrating just the incredible resiliency of people who have persevered through so much and are continuing to fight today to maintain culture and communities. So with that, I would love to welcome the representatives of the tribe to come up here and share a couple of words. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Steinberg, Councilmember Valenzuela, and the City Council members for welcoming us here today. My name is Samantha Seipert. I am Mountain Maidu from the Taylorsville Rancheria, which is up in Plumas County, but I serve as Chief of Staff for Wilton Rancheria. I'm joined today by our Tribal Council member, Mark Andrews, our Director of Administration, Dalton Brown, and Alicia Panku, who is a tribal member and also a member of our staff. It's an honor for us to be here today on behalf of Wilton Rancheria, the only federally recognized tribe in Sacramento County, and I would like to thank you for recognizing October 9th, 2023 as Indigenous Peoples Day. The celebration of Indigenous Peoples Day serves as a critical reminder that no one can discover a region that has been inhabited by people since time immemorial, that we no longer celebrate a man whose false discovery led to the barbaric treatment of people on many continents. This holiday is not an attempt to erase or rewrite history. In the contrary, it is an important step in telling an accurate and honest history of what happened on this land. Indigenous Peoples Day serves as recognition of the diversity and depth of Native people, how hard we've had to work and how hard we have to continue to work for that recognition and visibility. It celebrates that despite over 500 years of attempted genocide of our ancestors, our culture, our traditions, and our people have not only survived, but thrived. We thank you again for welcoming us here today and look forward to continuing to work with you in the future. Thank you.
Is anyone else?
Thank you.
Okay.
A mentor of mine often said, wisdom sits in places. And when you think of places, our place as a tribe is the Sacramento Valley. And it's important to acknowledge and continue to recognize our engagement that we, as a sovereign nation, continue to build these relationships, to foster them and cultivate them even further so that we are at the table, So I gently throw down a challenge even of how can we work together more? How can Wilton Rancheria, how can we as a tribal nation be more actively engaged in making sure that the ancestral knowledge that is carried through our tribe in how to treat the land, how to treat the waterways, the animals, the land around us, how do we bring that to a higher level so that we are continuously working together? But thank you for this acknowledgement. Thank you for continuing to support the tribe. And I look forward to working together to open the next chapter of Wilton Rancheria's history.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.